Matt Murphy here with Dave Cohn. We've been talking about grips, and most people here, I'm sure, have used grips before. They've been around in AutoCAD for quite a while. They've added some additional functionality to grips to be able to edit hatch patterns and polylines, giving grips more multiple functionality. But they've added more things to functionality as well. What are they, David?
Well, you know, if you think about it, there have been, as you said, there have been grips in AutoCAD for a long time. Autodesk started introducing different functions for these grips. Now it's kind of all been codified together. So in the past, you'd click on some grips and they were just grips. You could right-click on other grips and they did other things. What you'll see now in AutoCAD is this whole notion of multifunctional grips. So when you hover your cursor over a grip in AutoCAD, you'll actually get a little menu, little mini menu that'll pop up and tell you what things you can do with that particular grip. Move your cursor over a different grip, you'll get a different menu. Even after you select something from that menu, you can use keys to toggle between those multi-functions. And it'll depend on what type of entity you select.
So it really varies then on what type of object we're selecting.
It does. So for example, if I move the cursor over the endpoint grip, I'll get one thing happen. Let's look.
Yeah, show us, David.
You can use grips to manipulate polyline objects in a number of ways. In addition to the primary grips, there are now additional secondary grips. Both the primary and secondary grips are multifunctional. In other words, when you hover the cursor over one of these grips, AutoCAD displays a dynamic menu that shows the various ways in which you can directly modify the polyline. You can click on any of these options. If you select the grip to make it the active grip, you can also press the Control key to cycle through the different behaviors. For example, when you hover the cursor over a primary grip, you can then choose one of the three options to directly manipulate the polyline. You can also use the Remove Vertex option to remove the selected vertex. If the vertex you remove is the starting or ending vertex, the first or last polyline segment is removed. If the vertex you remove is in the middle of the polyline, the segments on either side will be removed and replaced by a single straight line polyline segment. If you hover over a secondary grip, the behaviors are a bit different. If you select the Stretch option, you can move the entire polyline segment, which also stretches the adjacent segments. Click to specify the new segment location. If you choose Add Vertex, you can add a new vertex between the two adjacent vertices, creating two new polyline segments. If the secondary grip is a straight line segment, AutoCAD also displays a Convert to Arc option. If the secondary grip is in an arc segment, the dynamic menu includes a Convert to Line option. Also notice that if you hold down the Control key while selecting a polyline, you can use Sub-Object Selection to select one or more segments of a polyline rather than the entire polyline. Again, AutoCAD displays primary and secondary grips on the selected polyline segments. The grip behavior for sub-selected polyline segments is identical to the behavior when the entire polyline is selected.